If you're a father, be proud to be it. My homie son getting older, he ain't around to see it. Some baby mamas controlling or he ain't want to see. I hold it down for my youngest, his father's what we need. If you're a father, be proud to be it. My homie son getting older, he ain't around to see it. Some baby mamas controlling or he ain't want to see. I hold it down for my youngest, his father's what we need. Like father, like son, like father. If we ain't setting examples.
And we back. Like father, like son.
Son like father. It's your host Quan.
It's your co-host Bugatti Black, a.k.a. Mr. You Mad.
We back with episode 11. We back with another one.
Back to back like Drake. We got a special guest. He was on the last episode. He liked everything we was doing about fatherhood. And he's coming to tell his story this month about
Autism Month.
And it's hard for a lot of parents and fathers out there to even speak on this level in life of their child. And I want to introduce his brother, and I want to thank him for coming back up on our show. What's your name, bro?
Yourself.
It was good. It was good. It's your boy Zay, man. Chilling here with the guys. You know, I'm back. I'm happy to, be here to do another episode with you guys.
Sir.
To be, especially for this month, because it's Autism Awareness Month. Okay. My oldest son, Cameron, which was diagnosed with autism. So I'm just here to show that fathers be supporting too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's how we got to do. Fathers got to support fathers. Sons got to support sons. What we got started off, kiddo, today?
My first question is, a lot of fathers back away from challenges. What made you not back away?
Good question.
The first thing what made me not back away, I didn't have besides my uncles and the bros, or my big bros, I ain't had no father figure, you feel me? So what made me do it more is that I know one thing, that I have to be there. You know what I mean? No matter if I have to sacrifice sometimes or, put something to the side. But my main thing was that I gotta be there. I can't run away from the issue because of the situation my son was in. Feel me?
Yeah, I feel you on that. And I know it's like a difficult thing doing that every day, waking up to that. And I want to ask you this, as a dad, when you first heard about that, what was your first reaction and how you felt? You know what I mean? I never experienced these things, you know what I'm saying? So I want to learn more.
Nah, yeah, but the first thing, I was blind to it at first. I'm not gonna lie. I was saying that
Okay.
I used to say oh, y'all rushing him to grow. Every kid don't grow up the same. Every kid not gonna hit the milestone the same.
It's a fact.
Give him some time. You know what I mean? He gonna get him. Get on foot. You know how it is.
Yeah.
And then once his mom was really analyzing him and really checking certain milestones he didn't reach. Then that's when I was like, all right, you know what? Just she even told me oh, don't be blind to it.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. We might as well get it done now. If not, then we ain't gonna never know. So I was just had to put my pride to the side as far as ain't nothing wrong with my son.
Yeah, of course.
So I did that, and once we got the diagnosis, it made it actually more better. And then I just had to learn how to understand him more.
Okay.
Of how he's gonna be communicating or expressing himself. You know what I mean?
And that's something I want to ask too, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't really know much about it. So as the last couple of days, I started trying to pick up on things. I know where we was coming to this, to do this.
Yeah.
So how is the communication with you and him?
Well, he's nonverbal.
Okay.
So he can't really talk or express himself really too much with words.
Respectfully.
But he's on a high spectrum, which meaning he's gonna be high functioning. The talk could come at any point in time. Really don't give up too much on the communication, because everybody go through stages in a different way.
True, that's a fact.
But yeah, he's nonverbal, so I had to learn how to communicate, how he do, learn his language.
I like that.
I mean,
I like that right there.
Yeah, I had to
his language.
Yeah, I had to facts. I had to learn his language to understand him, because in order to get what he need or what he want, he gonna express it a different way, other than having I got other two sons too. Could say, oh, I want this, I want that. He had to use use his hand gestures more, or
Okay.
you know, sign language. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
had to learn the
Definitely.
sign language basically a certain way that he would communicate with me. You know what I
So
mean?
what you telling me is right now, right? And this is a great thing. Y'all both teaching each other.
Yeah, you could say that because he learning how, learning what I'm trying to say to him.
Yeah,
He
but
can hear me and stuff like that. It's just probably,
no,
him under.
it's more. I'm sorry to cut your knowledge. It's more or less like the sign language part you just said. You
Yeah,
learning
yeah,
sign
yeah,
language,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I was saying. Like, so y'all learning each other.
No, yeah, we
That's fire,
definitely,
bro.
yeah, he
That's fire.
definitely learning from him because that's like one of the things that they teach them at the time to communicate
Okay.
is with
Nice.
sign language
Nice.
with a few gestures so you can understand if they're hungry or
Hmm.
they want to use the bathroom or other they want something to drink or
Right.
demand to put in their shoes or try to tell you to guide you as well.
Mm.
To go back to what you said, like how did you know or when did you know that he had autism?
Well, like in the beginning, my son used to be a little communicative, but like he used to say dad, dad, blah blah. But at some point of the time, like after his first birthday,
Yeah.
it started digressing. Like certain things he used to do, he didn't do no more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's when his mom really caught on to it. Like I said before, she was like, I was at work, always working on doing what I gotta do. You feel me? But
Yeah.
when she caught on to it, then I started realizing that like his communication has like like I ain't gonna say went away, just it digressed a lot. You know what I mean? So that's when I was like, you know what? Yeah, we need to go see
Yeah.
what's up. You know what I mean?
So how does that work, like with school and stuff?
Well, school right now he's in public school, but he getting ready to go
That's good.
out of district into like more of a development center far as what they handle more with
So
more
it's
be
more
more hands
hands-on.
on.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
that's good.
far
That's
as
what's up.
school, they have the district had a program for him, but it got to a certain point where they felt like that he needed a little more attention to what he's getting at the public school. So that
Mm.
was a good thing because some people don't understand it. Like even though they might be in it and win it,
Yeah.
in it to do it, but some people still really don't like understand it once they get to a certain point. So that's what we got to now. It's like he's in the fourth grade, but he's about to go
That's good. That's
to the
good.
That's
to
That's good.
out of district to a better better situation.
So this is an everyday thing with you. So you wake up to him.
Well, yeah, when I got him, he
Okay.
lived with his mom. You
Ain't
feel
nothing
me?
wrong with that.
You know what I mean? So when I do got him, like I
So
said
you a
before,
big help with her. Basically, you
yeah, I
definitely
help.
help.
I definitely help when
That's what's
when
up.
I got the time and could help. I'm not gonna sit here and try to say like she takes a lot of the burden,
There's
more of
nothing
the
wrong with
burden.
that.
That's why I respect a lot of
Yeah.
moms who have kids with autism. Shout out to the moms that
Shout out to
that
y'all.
some of them that's doing it on their own, and there's some that that's getting the help when
Yeah.
they could get the help. You know what I mean? But yeah, I wake up to him. I was living with him at first at the beginning.
That's good.
So
That's
he was
good.
a certain to
Yeah.
to the situation I had what he had, but yeah, waking up to him, teaching him how to eat, knowing what his favorite dish is,
Hmm.
knowing what he like, like they rarely take naps, boy. Like they have
They,
some like
they active all day, huh?
they can wake up at 7 in the morning and be up all day, will not take a nap. You know what I mean? Or if he do take a nap, it's like you better be prepared for
Yeah, that's a kid
the
for you
whole
though,
night. You
man.
know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's a
So
kid for you. That's
that's
definitely
why I
a
be
kid.
like shout out to the people that that take the bulk of the load
Hmm.
of dealing with it. Long as if they're dealing with it together or they co-parenting, you know what I mean.
Gotcha.
It's not easy. You know what I mean. It's some good days and it's gonna be some
Some
bad
bad
days
days.
with it. You know what I mean.
I'm elaborate on what you said. Shout out to all the mothers, man.
Nah,
This a
word.
platform for y'all as well, but as fathers and sons, we the protectors. So we trying to build that thing with fathers and sons to make it stronger. But y'all welcome on this platform anytime y'all want to.
Word. So
So as fatherhood, since you've been in it, cause you got two
I
other
got
kids.
two other kids. Yes.
All right, so you got three kids. So you basically,
And the stepson. So
yeah. So
four.
you
It's
know
really
everything
four.
mostly about fatherhood.
Yeah.
So as far as that, like how you balance that time out with him and them.
It's it's kind of hard because like right now I'm in the process, of getting myself right too at the same
Okay,
time.
ain't
You
nothing
feel
wrong
me?
working on yourself.
You know what I mean?
There's nothing
So
wrong working on yourself.
it's
I
a
like that.
little. That's why I said it'd be like a battle
Mhm.
with having a kid. You know, with autism, because you got it's some things that you know you have to sacrifice.
Right.
You know what I mean? The time that I spend with my sons is on the weekends. I
Okay.
go to school in the morning, then after school I go to work. And then
But,
the time that I really got off is like on the weekends.
but you put the time in.
But
You
I
make
put the
sure the
time in. I'm
time.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm there when you know. Most of the time I see my kids is when I put them to sleep or when I come wake up in the morning. We all getting ready. Like that's why I went to school and try to get a career where I could put more time in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I say like fatherhood is hard, especially on someone who know that they can do more and trying to do more.
No, you doing more.
But you
Don't put
got
the word trying in. Just
it,
keep pushing
yeah, you get a little distractions here and there,
all the
but
time. All the
you know,
time.
my main thing is I'm trying to get to a point where I could work but still put more time in with my kids.
It'll work out. Is like I said, you have to balance it out. Like you already in the steps of doing it.
Yeah,
Because like you say, you on the weekends you got the time. When you get off work, you do that. It's gonna be a time soon where you got extra time on your hand.
you know,
You know what I mean? And when you get the extra time on your hand, try to be with all of them at one time.
nah,
You know what I mean?
definitely.
It's so.
Definitely.
Don't get me wrong. It's okay because you got to dibble and deal with all of them.
Yeah.
But when you really get that extra time, bro, just
Nah,
go
word.
jam with them.
That's
you
what
know
I
I'm
do.
saying?
No, that's what I do. Like on the weekends, I make sure I have all of them. I
Yeah.
got them because it's like one thing with me. If I can't do it with all of them, I'm not gonna do it with one.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You know what I mean? That's like
Whoa. Whoa.
my main thing is with my sons. If I can't do it with all three of them, I'm not gonna do it with
Just one.
You know what I mean? So that's why only days is on their birthdays. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
It's their
get it.
birthday. They get a
It's
little,
all about
cause
them,
it's their
yeah.
birthday. You
Right.
feel me? You know what I mean? With my autism, like when my son with autism, like I got to show a little more love though, and a little more attention because
Yeah, of course, without a
you know what I mean?
doubt.
Because of the situation.
doubt.
So,
So
but,
here's my next question, right? So to elaborate on what you just said, as far as you got to pay more attention to him.
yeah.
Do the other two give you a hand on that? Do they know what's going on?
Well, as far as my 2-year-old, he doing what he do. He
Okay,
2 years
yeah,
old.
okay.
You
He in the
feel me?
terrible twos. He,
Yeah,
he in his
you
own
feel
world.
me? But they be like my 4-year-old. He's starting to realize it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
He's starting to understand. Like
Okay.
when Cam trying to get something or point to something, he'll get it for him. You feel me? Or make sure he got something. Or if it's
That's brotherhood.
if his tablet about to die or something like that, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? He'll put it on the charger for him, or he trying to find a charger cord for him. You know what I mean?
Picking up.
4 years
You
old.
know what I mean?
4 years old.
Yeah. These kids different. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
definitely that for sure.
and he's like, he's the protector of all of them too. You know what I mean? He the one that got the more. You know, the middle child. They always say the middle child be the one. That's really the protector.
That's very interesting because
To me,
you know why
yeah,
I'm
I
gonna say
mean.
that because you learning and he's learning sign language at the same time. He
Yeah.
learning at 4.
Yeah.
4 years old.
And body language
I mean,
too.
and
He learn
body
how to read
language
the
at
body
4.
language.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
So you really got like a gift on your hand with your kids. You
Nah,
just like you
word,
said, you just gotta find the more time and effort to put in.
Yeah.
But what I'm gonna tell you is this. Always show them kids love and affection. There's usually a question I ask the dads.
Yeah.
How often do you do it?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, just show them love and affection all the time.
Nah, yeah,
Even tough love, bro.
Yeah, that's mandatory,
Don't get that
man.
twisted.
Like,
Tough
yeah.
love gotta come.
Nah, yeah, like I said, like when my son, especially my son Cameron, he have his moment of time where he just come sit on my lap and
Mhm.
just, you know what I mean? I pause whatever I'm doing when he come to me.
Yeah.
And just I don't if he sit there for 20, 30 minutes, not just sitting there in my lap, I let him do what he do because I know that's his way of like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to be around my dad for a moment.
Yeah.
You
Ain't
feel
nothing
me?
wrong
You
with
know what I
that.
mean? Or
What you got?
he just be like, want me to tickle him or do certain things with him.
Affection.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Affection.
and I make sure I definitely give him that because like I said, I get him during the weekends on certain breaks or the holiday in the summer or something. I have him a little more, but I'm just the time that I have with him, I make sure I cherish it the most.
Yeah, take advantage of
Cherish
it.
it the most.
How old is Cam?
Oh, he's 9 right now.
He's 9.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah,
How do you feel like? Do you feel like that news changed your expectation of fatherhood? I know you had kids beforehand, but
You say that again?
do you feel like that news that your son had autism? Do you feel like that changed your expectations on fatherhood?
Nah, it didn't really change it. I just knew that it was gonna be like it's gonna be different. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
even as I used to think like oh, like I'm not gonna be able to communicate with him, but it's like I am communicating with him just in a different way.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? I
course.
had to realize that too. Like I said at the beginning, I was blind to it.
Mm.
Of course, I was hurt because you know what father don't want to go play catch or kick the ball with my son would catch.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But my son, I could kick the ball with my son though. If I kick the ball to him, he'll kick it back.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not. I gotta learn how to do things the way he know how to do shit. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just different.
What
you know
you're
what I
not
mean?
used to.
When I'm not used to him,
Yeah.
yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do. So it's like I never really felt like, oh, my son not gonna be a athlete or a star or something, but he gonna be something though.
I love
You
that.
know what I
That's
mean? Like,
that's a double fact. He's gonna be
so
something, and I'm
so
glad
it's
you
like
got that mentality.
I had to learn that. Like, nah, I'm not. He not gonna be like a. I ain't gonna say the ordinary kid. He just not gonna be doing what some of these kids is doing out here.
Average kid.
Yeah, you feel me? Just gonna be a little different, but he gonna be the best at what he do once he learn how to do something because that's just how he is.
I like that. I gotta clap for that one.
You know
I
what
ain't
I
gonna
mean?
lie to you. I gotta clap for that one. I ain't gonna lie.
What is it like a day to day being a father towards him?
Well, day to day, it's like I said, have his good days, it have his bad days, cause you know some days when he could be not feeling nothing, like you know he want to do what he want to do, like he don't want to listen, or if he wants something, he gonna probably be a little aggressive, probably some kids have some of them like in a way like he might pinch me a little bit or do little things because he know like, oh, I want this, but I'm like, you just had some already, like just like a normal kid. It ain't no difference from like I said, there's no difference from the reactions that they do when you tell a kid no.
Yeah.
It's just that he's communicating in a different way.
Right. He's
Like
not
when
verbally saying it.
I tell my 4-year-old son no, he'll get mad and look at me and be like, oh, you know how boys do, walk off and but with my son, it's not like I'm not gonna sit here attack you, but he'll pinch you like, nah, this one I want. Cause I'm not gonna sit here. Some people will be like, oh, like I don't like when they be like the autistic. Oh, my son attacked me. It's like, yeah, it may look like that, cause
They don't really mean that.
But
They don't mean that.
it in some cases it could be real bad though. Like, in some cases some kids are very aggressive. Like I seen videos. I used to work in the school being a paraprofessional, so
That never
I
happened
used
to
to
you, right?
see. Well, nah. Only thing he did was like pinch me.
Oh.
When he's not really too aggressive. But it's some cases where kids are like, aggressive. That's why I say like, it takes a lot to take care of a child with autism.
So let me ask you this: have you been around them type of kids that act up like that and that lash out?
Yeah. Like I said, I was a paraprofessional
Mm-hmm.
in the school. That's like a aid to a student that I just got him throughout the day.
Yeah, that's most
Help
of
him
my
with his
family was
work,
in that lane.
or getting like I had like the high functional ones, that walk the hall, go to a few classes here and there,
Mm-hmm.
and I also work with kids that was in elementary. But in some cases, there do be some ones that aggressive, that pinch you aggressively. Like my son do light pinch,
Yeah.
right? But you got some that really dig they nail into your skin. You got some that fall to the ground. You might have some that try to hit you. You know what I mean? But it all comes from you just got to learn how to deal with it from the beginning. That's what the experience I had. Because my son used to be aggressive a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But once you learn how to deal with it in the beginning and like tell him like, nah, this not the right way. Like ain't no discipline or none of that. You just gotta know, no. Like yeah, you feel me? Like and they understand it. Like it's gonna take a minute. It's all about repetition with them. But they still gonna get that frustration off because like I said, just like any other normal kid, if you tell a kid no 3 or 4 times, they gonna get mad. You know what I mean? That's when any kid, That's even with adults like us. You tell us a few times, we gonna get mad. You know what I mean? So it's just learning like the way that he's gonna express himself. So
All right, so how was your delivery with him? Do you yell at him like when he do certain
it's the tone
things?
my tone on the voice. Like
Yeah.
if I get to me a point of yelling, that means he's probably doing too much. But it's not like a high pitch yell. It's just like
Just to let him know that
just to
you
let
there.
him know, like, yo,
I got you.
all right, bro, like, you're going too far a little
Yeah.
bit. You know what I mean? And that's what I do with all my sons. Really, like,
Yeah.
really, like,
It's a part of discipline.
yeah, like it's more of a tough love and me using the tone of my voice for you to understand.
The beautiful thing about it is you was there from the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm talking about from the umbilical cord.
No facts.
You
That's
know what I'm saying? And to be there in that moment with that baby throughout them years, she love you, the, your children mother, because you ain't give up on the baby or her in that time.
That time.
So shout out to her. Shout out to your son mother.
Yeah, well,
You know what I mean? For being there.
definitely. Because she dealt with a lot having them
Yeah,
on
but
most
at
of
the
the
same
time.
time, she believed in you.
Nah, yeah.
Even though you probably was in the ups and downs, but she believed in you and you stuck around, and to this day
Nah,
you still
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And you don't mind talking about your story.
Nah, yeah,
That's what I
a
love
fact.
about this, because there's some people that's ashamed of certain things that go on in their life.
Nah, yeah, it's a
You know what I
fact.
mean?
It's a fact. You don't get no help if you don't talk out. You know, like and just gotta
Those
do
mouths
your
gonna get
research.
fed.
Yeah, you gotta do your research because you
Yeah,
know
those mouths
in the
gonna get fed.
community, definitely with the autism community, it's people that really like is willing to give you information and or tell you or show you what they did with their child to get their child to a certain milestone they want to get
Right.
to. You know what I mean?
Did you ever like struggle emotionally or mentally?
Oh yeah, I have my days with it. Definitely, it be frustrating, and some days when I'm like, dang, like wish, like like wish he can understand it, but it's still I have to take a second. It's like they tell you to take a second and you know breathe, because it's gonna be hard,
Patience.
and patience. Yeah, that's the number one thing you taught me,
Patience. Of course.
and just breathe, man. That's what I could tell people. Take a second, step away from the situation for a second,
Yeah.
and
What you feel like helped
come
you
back.
through those moments the most?
I just think about like I just
Positive stuff.
yeah, and I not so positive. I just think like, but this is the way that he communicate, bro. This is the only way that he can express himself. I can't get too mad of him. Like he's probably upset that he can't get it out how he want to get. Like imagine somebody try to.
Yeah,
Just
little
imagine being in the
frustration.
world like imagine going to another country and you need help. And you out there pleading for help, yelling at people and everything,
And they don't
even
understand.
understand nothing you saying. You feel me? So it's a situation like that. You know what I mean? It could be hard on them too. That's why I think they be lashing out the way they lash out because it's like you're not understanding me. Yeah, it's like you don't let them take it. You don't let them get create bad habits because they gotta know when not to and when
Yeah.
when to. You feel me? Definitely gotta know that too. Just like any other child. That's
Mhm.
why I said like I tell people I raise my son with autism the same way I do with my other sons. It's just that the
Equal.
communication is
Equal. Gotta
different.
teach them equal.
Yeah,
Got
it's
to.
different.
Nothing wrong with that.
There's no difference.
What I'm gonna say is like, all right, so your whole lifestyle, having a child and everything, is a little different from everybody else's, right? So it's a lot of things that you don't really have to worry about within him, and one is the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We understand, because the streets you learn everything mostly
Well,
from.
nah,
and
I
how
ain't
it
gonna
move.
say. I'm not gonna say. He ain't gonna have no worry in the streets because there's gonna be a point where he gonna have to be out there on his own, and people don't understand.
No, I know
The
he
kids
is,
with autism, you feel me? Like
but he ain't gonna have
defending
that much
himself.
knowledge for it.
You know what I mean? Nah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
That be my worry. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna have to worry about him like joining gangs or
Yeah, I was gonna get to
doing
that too as
violent.
well.
Yeah, like doing violent stuff. But I have to
Yeah.
worry about people trying to understand him
Yeah,
or not take advantage of him.
there you go.
Something to
Or
him.
or do something harmful to him because he's having his moment. You
Mhm.
get what I'm saying? Not knowing how to, handle it. You know what I mean? Because at a point in time, my son could be high functioning. He could be living on his own, or just a little assistance, or maybe get a job one day. You feel me? So it's like I'm just be worried about the street being him, not in the streets, just being in the real world as far as people understanding them. You know what I mean? But a lot of people are getting there a little bit now because there's more people starting to understand this, getting a lot of notoriety. Like autism is really like growing a little bit in certain areas, especially when you got certain areas. It's a high percentage of
Yeah.
autism kids.
Hmm.
You feel me?
How you came across your communities that you joined?
Well, most of the ones that I did join, I found like online,
Okay.
like Facebook,
Facebook.
Hmm.
like it be groups,
Yeah.
you know,
Groups.
group
Okay.
chats.
There's nothing wrong
I
with
did
that.
a few walks. I did one in Jersey City at I think the park, the Hudson Park. We did an autism walk with
That was last
my
year?
son. I did it. This was probably like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. We did
Okay.
two of them. Like we used to do them like back to back. You feel me?
Okay.
But we definitely, they have like fairs and stuff. Like it was one in North that that was recently happened
Shit,
this
if you
week
know about
that passed.
something else, man, hit us up. We
Yeah,
come to
come to the
support
next
that,
one.
bro.
Oh no,
That
yeah,
we
yeah,
willing to
yeah.
do all of
They
that.
definitely
Yeah,
be
we
out there.
foot soldiers, man. We gonna get to the top the best way we can, and
They got some few things
we
coming up.
support for
Yeah,
free
definitely.
99,
They be
man.
on. Yeah, they be on my timeline. So I
Yeah,
definitely,
we don't
pass it
mind get
to
them
you.
doing that
We could
at
definitely
all.
go out there and do some things for them.
So let's dig a little bit more into just life itself. You know what I mean? Um, what period in your life that you say, yo, you know what, I'm gonna leave the street. But let me say this question first. I wanted to get this out the way. How often do y'all let him be free, like be himself, and
That's
just
that's
let him?
all. That's all day. It's just to the point. Like he can be himself. All it's just to the point where he try to overdo certain things.
Okay,
We
okay,
don't try to like only thing we do the most of is like take the tablet from him so he can interact
okay.
with
Yeah, that's
brothers,
a
or
good
if his
thing.
tablet die,
Hmm.
I want to like charge it so quick, reach to hurry up to try to give it back to him. Like he
Gotta
can,
learn how we used to learn.
yeah, yeah,
We
like
ain't
he
had no tablet.
communicate, like
Yeah.
he be around his brothers, like he not too antisocial, like he be around other kids.
Oh, so that's good. That's a good thing.
It's just that he might um say for instance if they like playing with these hats right here, the kids playing with the hats right here. He'll be sitting right there looking at them playing at the hats. But if they move from the situation, then he'll go over there and
Oh, so he
truly
like
like,
he'll
you know what
wait
I
and do
mean?
his own dolo
Yeah,
mission. Oh, okay.
yeah. So he like, but he'll stay near the kids though. Like he won't like try to take him and go run
Oh,
off.
I see
Some
what's
kids
going
like
on. They
some kids don't
teaching
like
him.
yeah. It's like he watching how he
Yeah, how
doing.
did what they
Yeah,
doing is
cause
all
some
right.
kids
Now
will
I'm gonna
probably
go
take
try
it,
it.
probably take the toy
Take it
Yeah.
over
and
and
run
hit
off
somebody.
and go somewhere further away so nobody don't bother him.
Okay.
But he don't mind like
Cause he
if you
learned it
see you
already. He
done with
watch.
it, yeah. If you see
Yeah.
you done with it,
Yeah.
then he
Okay.
gonna go over there,
He's
play with
smart.
it, and
Yeah, he got some
basically
sense.
kind of do the same thing you're doing a little
Yeah.
bit. You know what I mean? So it's like that's why I say like some of them do. It's a certain like they call it spectrum. Like it's
Uh huh.
a certain level. Some of them is low, and some of them is high.
How? But you and his mother help him and his brother, so that's why his level of thinking gonna be at a certain level.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's a beautiful thing. What I was gonna get to before I ask you that question was what stage and what age in your life, like you say, you know what, I'm gonna completely leave the streets alone and get my mind right as a dad.
It started when I like even before I had my first son. It's just that when I was ready to telling myself that like I'm ready to become a dad. You feel me? Like
Mm-hmm.
cause like I said, I ain't had no pops growing up, so it's like at a
Me
certain
neither, not
time,
really.
like I know who my like at a certain time I'm like, all right, let me get to the start doing stuff that real like just I felt like with
Real manly stuff,
real
stuff
manly
as a
stuff.
man.
Yeah, stuff as
Okay.
a man, far as working,
Mm-hmm.
getting into a relationship with someone, decided to have my first child. You feel me? So
Mm-hmm.
it's just that I was basically say I was prepping myself really.
Basically, almost.
I was ready. Like I
Yeah, you
I
found love.
wanted it. Yeah, yeah. I wanted
Okay.
like my first child. I wanted it. Like, I
Got you.
wanted to have my first child. I ain't like it wasn't more so of a situation. I brought it up. Like, yeah,
Mm.
I'm ready to have my child.
And
Let's try to do this family thing.
here's another question. Do your sisters and brother help you?
Yeah, yeah. They
Okay.
definitely do. Like
Shout out to them. Shout out to the
in
sisters and
times of
brother.
like they ask for them or they come through. Or
Okay.
I bring them over because he got I got nieces and nephews too.
That's why I was gonna get to that too. That's
So
why I asked you that
my
question.
nephew like 14, but he grew up with him a little bit. They yeah, like like 9 years apart. Like they couple years apart.
Okay.
But he always like
Long as he know
play
who
with
they are.
him,
Yeah.
show him love,
Yeah.
give him five, or he bring him in the room with him.
Mm.
Now since he older, he just bring him in the room with him, watch him play, tell him come watch him play the game or
Everybody teaching
stuff
them.
like that. Yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
teaching.
yeah. My little niece, she plays with him. Everybody show him love. You feel me? Like
Got to. Got to.
everybody definitely show my son love. It ain't no like in some cases, some people don't know how to deal with it, so they wouldn't be like, oh, you can leave him here. Go ahead, like, go ahead. Sometimes they be like, yo, go ahead, yo, leave him. You can leave him here.
Right. Because they
You
gonna
know,
protect him. They got
like,
you.
go ahead, bro. Go outside. Go do something.
Because
But
at the same time, you know what they do that for? To give you a break.
yeah, they know. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like I said, I don't really spend too much time, so I really don't like. They offer it, but I'm like only use it when I really like, but
I
because I
could dig
do,
that.
you know, I work a lot and I'm going to school, so it's like,
Mhm.
yeah, a lot of my time do be like into other things, but
Right.
it's like I gotta make sure I spend the time with them too, bro. So it's like,
Do she respect that you taking the steps as far as going to work and going to school?
yeah. You know, like, you know, we've been co-parenting for a long time. You know, what I mean, for almost like since my son was 5, so like 4 or 5 years we've been co-parenting, but it wasn't easy, and it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't easy. We had our, you know, our bad times, and we
It
bump
happens.
heads because, you know, like I said, he lived with her, so she's dealing with. I gotta understand
Yeah.
that she's dealing with a broken load, and it could be, you know, it could be kind of like, you know, not stressful. It just could be some hard times
Yeah. It'd be
dealing with the kid
a
day by
lot of
day.
hard times, pressure.
You know what I mean? So I commend her a lot for dealing with it a lot, but you know what I mean. I try my best to put my time in and do more. That's why I'm going to school to get a solid career. You know what I mean? Fix myself right so I could put the time, be able to do my own time and work my own way,
Nothing wrong
so I
with that.
could put more time in with spending with my kids without putting a lot of time into work. You know what I mean?
Time is more important than money, baby.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. But yeah, it is. But you know, you need the money to
Yeah, we
survive. You
listen.
feel me?
We,
Like
we I
it's
know
like
we need
damn
the
if you
money to
do.
survive.
It's like sometimes I feel like damn if you do, damn if you don't. Because if I don't provide like how I'm supposed to as a man, put the time in how I want to put the time in,
Yeah.
then it's going to be another thing that could be a burden or could be used against me. Like that's how I feel sometimes. I'm trying to work on getting that out the way. Like stop worrying about what people do, what people say, not what people say.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And just do what I can do for my kids. You
It's
feel
step
me?
by step,
Because
step by step.
you know what I mean. It's like I said, it's kind of hard when you ain't had no guidance a little bit of trying to figure out what you gotta do, what you gotta do for people. You feel me?
I got you. I got you on that.
So it's like that's the only thing that really be like, you know, it's just the time,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to work on better on doing that.
You gonna get it. You gonna get it. Everything is timing. Long as you keep going and you don't give up.
Yeah.
Like I always say, don't never give up on them kids.
No, word, no,
If
I
you
definitely
keep going,
don't.
the man upstairs is watching every step that you take.
Word.
Even if when you mess up, it's okay. As long as you get back on track and stay straight
Yeah.
and do what you got to do, because it's bumps in every road and every journey we going.
Nah, it's definitely
Always
definitely
remember, it's not the journey, it's the destination.
That's a fact. That's a
You feel
fact.
me?
And it's not gonna be. I know it's not gonna be an easy road. You know,
Yeah, it's not.
even with
Anything you
dealing.
do is not
Yeah,
gonna be easy.
even like I said, even with just having 3 kids at that, it's not gonna be easy. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because I got my other two with my wife that I'm with now. You feel me? So it's like I'm dealing with. You know, I got 2 different females I'm dealing with
Yeah,
too.
I know.
You feel me? I gotta learn how. You know,
You gotta balance all of
gotta
that out,
balance all that.
and then
You know
find
what I
time
mean?
for yourself.
Yeah. The time for myself, I'm not really like right now. The time for myself, I ain't really worried about because I'm putting the time in, so I could have time, not time for
Yourself later.
myself, but for my time for my kids.
Okay,
Mhm.
so
You know what I mean?
basically,
Like
you
I
gonna
ain't,
sum it up. All your time basically gonna go to your kids.
yeah, cause to be honest, but I ain't had my first kid till I was 30, so
Mm.
I feel like I did my time already when I was living in my 20s, a little bit to a certain extent.
Yeah, to a certain
Yeah,
extent,
I
you
might need
definitely
some
did.
time to like
Definitely did.
release stress of dealing with a lot, or doing what I gotta do as a man, far as you know, having a lot on your shoulders, and
Yeah,
you know how it is, like
and
being
that's
a
kind of
man, or you
that's
know,
probably just trauma for when you was younger,
yeah,
coming into your
you
30.
feel
You
me,
come into a
yeah,
young man now, like
and going through what I went through, you feel me,
yeah.
growing up in life, so it's like the time I just want time for my kids right now. To be honest, trying to figure out how I could do more time with my kids because both of my sons' mothers they do a lot.
Nothing wrong with that.
Do you feel like you misunderstood or judged as a father?
Nah, not really because one thing they do understand, like they know type person I am. They see as I do as a father, so they know that like I want to do more. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to do more. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to get there. You feel me? You know what I mean? But
Sure,
it's like
sure.
just have to take a different route to get to where I want to get to. As far
Your
as
route.
taking the average, the average right route, as they say, as a man, you're supposed
Yeah.
to take. You feel me?
You gotta listen. You gotta basically you gotta draw your own blueprint to your life.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? your life is really not here for a lot of people to understand it. The people, the core people around you, your family, your kids, they should understand your life more than anybody out in this world.
Nah,
So when people say things about you or whatever's going on, they just talking trash, take it as motivation, baby. Take it as motivation. I promise you, because guess what? You putting that footwork in to get where you want to go. When you get there, they're going to end up applauding you.
Nah,
You
that's
feel
a
me?
fact.
Like, they're going to be
That's
like,
a fact.
yo, word, I knew he was going. But when you was over it, nobody gave you your
You're
roses.
stuck in the corner.
You know what I'm
You're
saying?
back against the wall.
Yeah.
'Cause
So
definitely with some moments when
just
your back
keep-
be against the wall.
keep pushing. And the hat you got on, the hat I got on, the hats that's sitting right there,
Nah, word.
it stands for it all. Make fatherhood great again.
We
Make
definitely gotta do
fatherhood
that.
great again in every aspect of
Every
life.
aspect.
Man. Even
That's
if
a
you're a
fact.
father that's not in your child everyday life, it's okay. This brother right here see his kids on the weekends and he go to work and school and he still find time in 24 hours to 48 hours to deal with his kids, and one of them is autistic. So ain't nowhere in the world none of you fellas out there can get with your kids and spend that time. And he
Got
younger
to,
than most
man.
of us. So if he got that energy and that motivation and drive to deal with what he dealing with every day, most of y'all could deal with y'all regular child every day, but y'all choose not to.
I
It's
can't
bigger
see
than
why. I can't see why not. Like I can't. Like I have my days when I feel like I want to run away.
that.
I know people feel like that. Everybody feel like that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I also remember the times when I say I wanted this too.
Yeah,
But
that
everything,
outweighs that whole thing.
yeah. Like I learned that like things that you want is not gonna be easy once you get it. You know what I mean? Because you gotta learn how to deal with it. And
Keep it maintained.
keep it,
maintaining.
maintain it. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like this one I wanted. I wanted a big family. I wanted to be married and stuff like that. You feel me? But it's just now I gotta learn how to maintain it and keep this shit afloat.
It's a different stage in that journey, man.
Nah,
Now you
word.
married.
No, we're
You know what I
definitely.
mean, you got
different
it's
stage.
a different level of that. It's you got to move different. You got to think different.
Word.
You know
I
what I'm
gotta
saying?
and having boys, you know.
All boys.
I got all boys.
boys.
You feel me?
That's what's up.
Plus my stepson, so it's 4. And it's
Mm.
like you know you
And you
gotta
taking on a stepchild?
yeah you know it's
Yeah, you
like
strong, bro.
it's like
You strong.
yeah I have my moments when I be lashing out, but I can't show them that that's the way you're supposed to lash out because
Mhm.
you know they could take that and think that's the way you're supposed to do it. So
So, question: how old is the stepchild?
he's the same age as my son. They both 9.
Oh, really?
You know what
Wow.
I mean? He interact with him good too. You
Oh,
know, he
yeah.
understand him too.
That's fire.
You know what I mean, he helps him out. He
You got a good,
you know what I
strong
mean?
backbone to help you,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. He definitely they learn from each other. It's
And
like you know what I mean?
I'm gonna be honest with you. You know where it come from? That come from you, trying and pushing. They see that you doing that. If you wasn't doing that, I don't think they would really interact with him too much. You know what I mean? But you being present is a present.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't forget that.
No, that's a
It's a
fact.
jewel.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And it is a special one to them. That's how
Yeah.
fire it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You could come in with a big bag of chips, bro. You made their day.
No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they wanted some snacks, but you
Yeah,
came
yeah.
through with something.
No, that's
But
a fact.
as as far as fatherhood, man, you know, as far as like who used to be our father figure in our life,
No,
man.
yeah, fact.
God
Fact.
bless my Uncle Soul. God bless Uncle Black Soul,
Black,
legendary
word.
Black, man.
Rest in peace, Black, man. You already know, man.
He taught me a lot about fatherhood, bro. I'm talking about from the time I probably was like 9, 8 years old, legit, son, taking the train and all that. So when around that time, I'm going back and forth from Brooklyn to Jersey. You feel what I'm saying? At a
Yeah.
young age,
Yeah,
he teaching me all of this. So as I got older and I had kids, and I just said a little while ago, it's always gonna stick with me because it's one thing he always told me: don't never give up on them kids.
Facts,
No
man.
matter what you go through in life, don't give up on them kids, man. Because them
Yeah.
kids don't have nothing to do with you and a mom.
Yeah.
You feel me? Mom's right there, man. He been with me maybe 9 years now living with me, bro. I'm a proud dad.
No, facts.
My daughter don't live too far from us.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So my fatherhood is special to my kids. I'm their biggest fan. They know that. He know that. I'm annoying and everything. I don't care.
Nah, well.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm protecting y'all, no matter what the case is. And so this is what we here for. You know what I mean? What you got going on, kiddo? I think I'm running my mouth too much today.
What does
Nah, we
being a real
good.
father mean to you, though?
Well, being a father is like just being there, you know, no matter what. It's not about the like what you do, like far as spending wise and all that. Just be there. Like even if you ain't got no dollars or nothing, man, just try to be there.
Being a live, be
Yeah, just
present.
be in their life. That's the number one thing because you know, like I said, like I know of my father now, but as I growing up, I didn't. So the times that I wish that he was present or he was around, you know, it wasn't really nobody to run to besides my mom or my grandma. You feel me? So it was like, you know, just be there. That's why I said that's what taught me. Like really, that's the number one thing I always say to myself when when I become a father is I'm just gonna be there, bro, no matter what.
No matter
Cause
what.
that's all I wanted.
Yeah.
I ain't want nothing. I ain't want like no money or nothing. I just want the vision of seeing my dad when I was young. You feel me? Like just be there.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you gonna have some people tell you like, oh, you don't do nothing. But long as you there, bro, that child ain't gonna never forget that he seen you no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind?
Hmm.
That's a good question. Like I ain't never really like think of something like that because I'm working on building a legacy right now. You know,
I get you, Drew.
you know what I mean. As far as getting myself together, you know, so that's the point that I'm really been like thinking about, like when I'm gonna leave behind for my kids, or at least what can I show them so they could do, you know, have the guys to be becoming a good man in their life. You know what I mean, or just becoming a good person. Period. You know what I mean. I'm working on that now. You know, due to the route that I thought was the route to take as a man, far as being when I was younger. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm stuck in the situation far as what I'm gonna do far as a legacy. I think about that a lot. You know, that's definitely a good question. I think about that a lot.
Yo, just keep thinking, and as you think, I tell you this: jot it down. Certain things. You got your phone, put it in your notes. One at a time. One at a time. Once you put everything on their notes, you read it later and put everything together, and make a puzzle.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? This is how me and him came about with all of this. We jot stuff down. I might say something, may forget, but I come back to it. You know what I mean? Just to put the pieces to it, to what we gonna do. You know what I mean? Here's a question, right? What legacy mean to you, Quan?
Me, what it means?
Yeah, what it means to you.
Legacy to me means leaving a stamp behind on the people that was there for you, or the people that know you were in your circle. Like you left something, they always will remember you by it, and it means a lot.
Yeah, pretty much. And guess what? I'm on that way to leave that for y'all. Whatever it is, you know I left it. No matter if it's this, what we building right now, just know that you was part of the legacy. You feel what I'm saying? You was there. Real lifetime, real lifer. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna spin it around this type of time because I want a lot of the fathers that comes up on this platform that mess with us. By the way, shout out to everybody that ever stepped on this platform.
Appreciate you.
Nah,
We
right.
definitely appreciate y'all in every aspect of what we did. You supporting our hats, you supported our mugs, our t-shirts. You reported, you remix things on social media for us.
Like,
We accept all of that and appreciate every bit of it. That's why we pushing it a bit greater. And we need more fathers to step up on this platform to talk to push these kids to wherever they gotta go. I'm gonna ask you this question, Isaiah, as a young man and as the background you came from, gun violence, gangs, etc. Talking to the camera and give the youth these days some one great advice or two good things to keep them straight.
Don't be afraid to be different.
Hmm.
Like, and don't be afraid to say no either, man. Like, you ain't gotta do it if you don't want
Yes.
to, bro. Like,
Word.
it may look good. It may like may look glorifying. Like, oh yeah, you gonna be the man, but being a man in certain things is not good. Like, yeah, it's always a good consequences and bad consequences. That's what I tell people too. You feel me? And with being out there, there's a lot of bad consequences versus being good. Yeah, you're gonna have your perks, females, everybody knowing your name everywhere you go, get a little bit of money here and there, having your run. Like everybody had a run. You feel
Right.
me? You know what I mean? But that run come to an end too. It can either like that, but one thing about that run coming to an end, you either gonna be dead or in jail. You feel me?
Things, baby. Dead on
And
jail.
luckily, I was able to make it out the situation.
That's a
So it's
blessing.
like
That's a
I just
blessing.
tell people like, don't be afraid to be different. Like you want to be a saxophone player, be a saxophone player from the hood, bro.
Word,
Like
for real, right?
feel me? Like I played instruments when it's certain stuff I should have did when I was younger. I should have kept on doing, but you know,
It's still
things
never too
gravitated.
late, man.
You know what I
It's
mean?
it's
Gravitated
never
me a
too
different
late.
way.
That's something you could teach your kids, man. If you know how to play one of the instruments, that's something new to their eyes that you could go and sit there when you get some time. I learned this when I learned it. I'm gonna teach you this
That's a fact.
because
That's a fact.
he could tell you. I teach him a lot of things, hands on, verbally, whatever questions or whatever I got to show. I'm showing him
Yeah,
because eventually I'm not gonna be there to do these things for you.
that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm raising him to be a great young man. You know what I'm saying? He do all the right things in my eyes. I don't know what the fuck he do behind my back. But you know, that's their own life. You know what I'm saying? It's certain things in their life you just can't control when they get at a certain age. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
And I don't try to control his life.
No.
That's not this and it's not that, and we not trying to do that. It's not a control thing. I'm not his friend. I'm his dad. Yeah, we hang out. We have a lot of fun together. You know what I'm saying? And it's memorable. You know what I mean? It's definitely for me because when he was younger, I always like, damn, I can't wait to get older, to hang out and do this with him and do that with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when you finally really doing it and you see him in real life time, bro, it's like, I did my job. I did my job. You know what I'm saying? So this is one of the reasons why we built this platform. So we could bring that bond together with fathers and sons and go on trips and go on retrieves and do cookouts and basketball games, etc. Whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? That's why I need a gang of fathers to get in what we got going on.
We could definitely learn from each other
Of
too.
course, without a doubt.
Everybody's story different. Like we go through the same things, but everybody's story be
Yeah, and a good thing
different.
about that is, that uh you can learn from each other's stories, right? And what I'm gonna say before before we get up out here to end this, right? I'm gonna remind the people, our children are the future. Remember that and stand on that. If the real niggas got the streets tied down, let's get back to these kids and let the beef die down.
Facts.
And it's a wrap.
Like father, like son. Like father, we out of here.
Well,